Hello, hello. Today I am in the office looking at my calendar and my budget and doing some number crunching on the dating app for those of us that are dating after 50 or 60. Have you taken a look? Have you crunched the numbers? That's what we're doing today. Let's get started with my little presentation. As you know, I am in rural Colorado, not rural Colorado, 2 hours from Denver. I'm more like 7 or 8 hours from Denver, and I'm 7 or 8 hours from Phoenix. So I am exactly smack dab in the middle of southwestern Colorado, right by the Four Corners, and surrounded by Native American tribes and nations, and two mountain passes that make it near impossible sometimes to get out of here in the winter. So I am really limited to either the people in town, which there's 3,000 of us in Bayfield, and there's about 15,000 in Durango. I'm looking at this as an investment in time and money. What are my chances? How much is it going to cost? How many apps do I need to get on? How long do I have to be on? What's the real success rate? So there are 132 million seniors over 50 in this country. Out of those, 25% are single. Do the math there. 33 million. Out of those 33 million, 45% are open to dating. Do the math there. Now we're down to 14,850,000. Men and women, probably a few more women, according to statistics. Out of those 45% that are interested in dating, 3% are actually on a dating app right now. That comes to 445,500 people. 500,000, not quite 500,000, in the whole country on apps. And if you break down that 3% in the over 50 crowd, this is the way it breaks down. If you're looking for somebody 50 to 60 years old, you have the best chance with 102,000. 60 to 64, 89,000. And if you're looking for somebody over 65, you only have 50,000 people to go through in the whole country. Well, we've certainly narrowed that down from that first 132 million, haven't we? Pretty quickly. Let's see what they're doing on the apps. Take a look at this. Dating app usage by age. The yellow lines are under 30. The blue lines are over 50. You're not going to find very many of us on Hinge. The most popular app, obviously by this chart, is Match. And 50% of users in this age, so 50% of whatever age you're looking for, 50s, 60s, or 70s, say that they met their partner online. So out of that 3%, 1.5% says that they met somebody on Match. Overall, these are the preferred dating apps for singles over 50 looking for their perfect mate. eHarmony and Match have the best track record. That's because they have the most comprehensive profiles. eHarmony really goes into a lot of detail about who you are and what you're looking for. Our Time and Single Seniors are just designed more for our age group. There's a lot of niche dating apps right now, and those two are for us. If you're dating in your own age group, then these are the 4 apps for you. Now, if you're looking for somebody that's 20 or 30, you can go back to this chart and you can see Tinder might be the place for you. You're not going to find somebody over 50, but you're definitely going to find somebody under 30. Money is not the only thing that's important when you're looking for the right dating app for you. Let's take a look at the time. A Gen Zer is going to spend 6 months looking for their perfect mate, where boomers typically take 8 months. Between 6 and 8 months seems kind of normal for everybody on an app. So that tells you Don't sign up for a month by month subscription. It's better that you just bite the bullet and go for an annual membership. Just buy it for a year. And then within those 8 months, how many times am I going to have to swipe? 6,200. I'm actually going to go through 6,200 people. Well, if I'm only looking at 500,000, let's see, that kind of breaks it down into nice little chunks. So, as you can see, we're a little slower, we're a little more intentional, we're a little more picky than the other generations following behind us. So, those dating app figures are a little skewed, and this gives you a little better idea of how they work for our generation. Now, let's look at which dating apps we want to be on to improve our chances of finding Mr. or Ms. Right. So obviously, Match Again is the big winner, with others, Tinder and OkCupid, following behind. The data is in. We, meaning us singles over 50 dating, are willing to put the money in. We pay for the premium memberships so that we can talk to people. We're not just on there window shopping, because those free memberships, let's face it, they're window shopping with a little bit of reaching out and saying, hey, I see you. Come on and join so we can talk. That's why I'm doing this evaluation. Is it really worth my time and money to get on an app and find somebody? What do you think? Leave a comment. 41% of the boomers are willing to pay for the premium memberships. So it's not worth your time and money if you're not willing to put the money in. It's just going to frustrate them, and they'll leave and go find somebody who is willing to pay the premium price for them. I mean, come on, aren't they worth it? It could be the love of your life for the rest of your life. Now, all these numbers are a little overwhelming and not really in our favor. So, super important that you turn this into a mindset and a lifestyle until you do find that person. You need to be practicing dating all the time. Put it in your schedule. And remember, what are you doing this for? You're doing this for companionship and romance. And even if you have 6 bad dates in a row, seriously, you don't think one of them is going to be kind of a little romantic? And then the icing on the cake is the long-term partner. Okay, I just look at it this way. I haven't dated very much since I've been in my home here in the past 7 years, and I need some practice. So I'm okay with not meeting Mr. Right on the first try. I need to figure out what my answers are, what my questions are, what they're interested in, how I respond to positive and negative feedback on these dates. So you have to be willing to put yourself out there and just NATO it. NATO, not attached to outcomes. Just go and have fun. And when you're done, if it's not a good one, hey, you only have 445,499 people left to go. Okay, these are the challenges that you have to overcome with that mindset. First of all, we have a smaller dating pool. If you want to expand it, go for somebody younger or go for somebody older. Another challenge, scams and fake profiles. Oh my goodness, I got scammed a couple weeks ago. It was an inventive scheme, a very inventive scheme. They're getting sneakier and sneakier, especially for us babes in the woods that tend to like to believe that everybody is good and pure and honest. So watch out for the scams. Another problem we run into is gender disparity, meaning women over 50 have a different experience on dating apps than men do. And they tend to get a little fatigued or frustrated with it faster than men do, which means you're going to have more turnover on the women on the dating apps. So strike when the iron's hot, because she might get tired in 2 weeks. So don't wait. Reach out to anybody that shows any promise of potentially filling your desires. Finally, for our generation, there are technological barriers, challenges in using this equipment. Now, while I was doing this research, I discovered that there is a strong growth curve for our demographic using dating apps. And so these dating app developers are paying attention to that and finding every way they can use AI to make it easier for us to get online, set up our profiles, and have dating success. So that will get easier with time. And challenge yourself. Like, this is something we have to live with now. You have an amazing tool in your hand with that phone. It is a small computer, not just a phone. And if you need help with just a few apps or setting up your profile, leave me a comment. Online dating does work. It works for our age group. 10% of the people in our age group say that they found their mate online on a dating app. Okay, so if you that's 10% of the 3%, and the 3% is men and women. So 10% of 1.5 or 2%, well, you get where I'm going with all that. The deck is definitely stacked against us, but knowing which apps we're using, how much we're using them, how much we need to use them, and what that's going to cost, hopefully that helped you make a decision whether or not dating apps are for you. 10% of people, that means 90% didn't use a dating app. So we'll keep looking. Hey, I hope this was helpful. Bye.